Hi everyone, this is Next Signature. So today I'll be teaching you how to draft a basic bodice. It is important if you want to sew dress that look like this, that look firm on your clients, that your client will wear and to fit perfectly. It starts with drafting, good drafting. So please stay to the end of the video because I'm going to teach you every important step that you need to achieve beautiful gowns like this that fit perfectly on your clients. If this is something you're interested in, please stay to the end of the video. Drop your comments, drop your questions in the comment section, and do well to give this video a thumbs up. So we'll go straight to the drafting of the front bodies. First, you are going to use your pattern paper. You are going to mark out the starting point. That's the line you're seeing. That's the starting line. So at that place, you are going to mark your shoulder. So to take your shoulder measurement, you need to do this. Measure your shoulder from one end of the shoulder to the other end. Whatever it gives to you, that's your shoulder measurement. You divide it by 2. If it's 17, you divide it by 2. If it's 14, divide it by 2. Then you put down 7 as your measurement for your shoulder. The next thing you're going to do is the shoulder slope. You go down from the shoulder line as shown, go down by 1 inch or 1.5 inch. 1 inch fits, but I think 1.5 inch fits better because our shoulder is not broad. It's just, it has a slope at the end there. So the next thing, we're going to take a regular neckline, which is 3 inch wide, 3 inch deep. So go ahead and measure it at both sides like so, at the length and at the breadth. Then go ahead and rule it. So the ruling will guide you, the lines will guide you on how you can achieve a very fine neckline. So even if you are using freehand, this will even help you more. So go ahead and connect the line like so. Then you can use your freehand to draw out the round neckline or use your curves as shown in the video. After that, we're going to go ahead and connect the shoulder slope to the shoulder like so. After connecting the shoulder slope, the next thing is to determine the armhole measurement. So the armhole measurement, you are going to use your bust. So before we go to the armhole, I'm just going to bring out some measurements, some important parts of the bodies. Is the bust point. So from your shoulder to your nipple, as shown in this picture. This is how to take your bust point measurement from your shoulder down to your nipple, as shown in the picture that I've just displayed. So you marked your waistline. So the waistline is, I'll be using 16. So this is how to also take your waistline. In the next picture, I'm going to show you how to take your waistline. First, tie a rope at the waist. Then from the shoulder, you measure down to where your rope is. So for you to determine your waist, I'm also going to show you another diagram for you to determine your waistline, your upper waistline. So to get your upper waistline, bend to one side, tilt to one side. The place that is curvy, as you can see in the picture, that's the place that there's a little bit depth at your body. That's the upper waistline. So you go ahead, we took 16. So the next thing we are going to do right away is to mark the armhole, take the armhole measurement. So go ahead and take your armhole measurement. To get your armhole measurement, you're going to divide your bust by 6. Divide your bust by 6, then go ahead and add 1.5 inch to your measurement. So that's the depth of your armhole. So after drawing out the line, that automatically becomes your chest line. Then the one I'm ruling right away is your bust point. Then this is the waist point, which is 16. I told you the front waist is 16. So if you should tie the rope on your waist and take the measurement, you will know that the front waist is longer than the back waist. So I I've shown you a diagram before now, so go ahead and study that diagram that I displayed on how to take the waist measurement. You tie a rope at the waist. So I will take the measurement I took at the shoulder. Shoulder was 7. No, 16. Sorry, 14 divided by 2, which is 7. Took down 7. So at the chest line, I'm going to take 7 also for us to draft the armhole well. So go ahead and connect the lines like so. The next thing I'm going to do right away now is to take the measurement of the armhole, which is 7, remember? So we'll take the midpoint. Just mark out the midpoint like so. Then we are going to go in by half an inch so that when you fix the sleeve, it's going to fit well. Then the next thing, at the chest line, we are going to take the measurement of the bust divided by 4. So go ahead and mark out the measurement divided by 4. If it is 30, divide it by 4. Whatever it gives to you, that's your bust measurement. So you go ahead and connect from the shoulder point down to that 0.5 inch, which is half inch. Then go ahead and connect the half inch down to meet the bust divided by 4 at this chest line. I hope you understand. Anywhere you do not understand, please go and replay the video again. If you are new to my channel and you are yet to subscribe, please go and click on the subscribe button. If you have been watching my video, please do me well to click on the subscribe button if you have not. Drop your comment in the comment section. So the next thing we are going to do right away now is to take your hip measurement. From the waist down to your hip, it is 9 inches. So you can go ahead and measure 9 inches, or you can take your client's measurement from the waist down to the hip, the apex of the hip, then you can fix that measurement here. But the basic is 9 inches. So after doing that now, we are going to take the dart. The dart is for perfect fitting. Divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2. So you go out at the bust point, you go in. If it's 7, if your nipple to nipple measurement is 7, divided by 2, it is now 3.5. So go ahead at the waistline and at the bust point, measure from the midpoint to meet it, 3.5, 3.5. Then go ahead and connect the point as shown in the picture. So I'm going to show you how to take your nipple to nipple measurements. Fix your tape at one side of your nipple, then take it to the other nipple. That's your bust span, nipple to nipple. So to get your dart, it all depends on your bust size. Since this bust is a small one, we are going to take just 1 inch. And that 1 inch, we are going to distribute it to the right side and the left side of this nipple to nipple measurement we just took. So at one side, I'm going to take ½ inch this way and ½ inch this way. So together it is 1 inch. So the next thing I'm going to do right away is to connect the dart leg. I'm going to connect the dart leg to meet the the bust point. So connect your dart leg like so. After connecting the dart leg, what we are going to do is take our waist measurement. You divide your waist measurement by 4. Whatever it gives to you, you go ahead and put it down at the waistline. Then I forgot to tell you, this is the front bodice, not the back bodice. So please take note, this is just for the front bodice. So after dividing your waist by 4, you mark it out, then you add the 1 inch that you eliminated, all the inches that you eliminated from the dart that you are going to eliminate using the dart. So add it to it, or your dart measurement, that's what you're going to add to it. So go to your hip line, go ahead and divide your hip by 4. So go ahead and mark it out. So the next thing we are going to do now is to take the length of the gown down to the knee. So to the knee, measure from the waist to the knee. You measure from the waist to the knee. So mine is 22. So I'll go ahead and mark out 22. Just the waist to the knee. Or you can just mark take the length of your gown, but from the knee this way is going to direct you down to the length of your gown. Okay, so that is for that. So the next thing I'm going to do right away now is to connect the bust point to the waist and the waist down to the hip line, then to the length of the gown. I forgot to tell you, so at the hip, sorry, the length of the dress, we are going to take the hip measurement also at the length of the dress. So if you don't want it at the length of the dress, if you don't want it to be a pencil gown down to the knee, go ahead and eliminate 1 inch as shown, or 1.5 inch. So this is for the 1 inch, then this is for the 1.5. Can you see? So it depends. So if you don't want pencil, just take the hip measurement at the knee point or the length of the gown. So if you don't want to pencil your gown, so that's just the correction I want to make at that point. So the next thing, we are going to extend the dart. So from the waistline, from the waistline, yes, we are going to take 6 inch downward. So we're going to mark it. That's where the dart is going to end, before the hip line. Okay, so go ahead and mark your 6. So then I'm trying to check if it aligns with the nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.5 inches. So after that, I'll go ahead and connect the line down to meet the dart at the top of the upper bodice, like so. Then also I'll go ahead and connect the dart leg to meet the waist dart, like so. I'm not changing any measurement from there. I'm not changing the inches. I'm just connecting it to meet the waist dart. So this is how it looks like. And our basic bodice for the front part is almost ready. So the next thing we are going to do is is the side dart. Decide that. So there's something I need to correct. For you not to have the pointy darts, that the dart will not just appear at the breast and to look pointy, we are going to come down by 1 inch from the bust point. I hope you understand. Then I'm going to correct this dart. I'm going to connect it to that point, that 1 inch I subtracted from the uh, bust point, like so. Okay, so you can go ahead and correct yours, like so. So now we are going to take the side dart. The side dart is 2 inches. When I measured the waist from the shoulder down to the waist where I tied my rope at the waist of my client, it is 16 at the front and it's 14 at the back. So the difference is 14 minus 16. It gave me 2. So it is that 2 that we are measuring at the side of the dart there. So I'll go ahead and connect the dart down to meet the bust point, like so. So from the bust point, I measured down 2 inches. Then from that 2 inches, I connected it down to meet the bust point. I hope you understand. And that is for that. So I'll go ahead and eliminate the side dart. So this is how to fold it in. Go ahead and fold it in, like so. Take your time to fold it in, like so. It's because of the paper I'm using to draft it. That's why I'm finding it a little bit difficult to fold it in. So the next thing we are going to do, after folding it in like so, go ahead, after covering the dart, go ahead and use your tip to mark it, to seal it. After sealing it with my self tip, I found out that the line at the upper part of the bust is not aligning. That's the bust point is not aligning with the other line. So I went ahead to connect the line properly. So, and this is all for the drafting of the front body. So I'll go ahead and cut these off. And this is how it looks. Thank you for watching the video to the end. So I'll be posting the back bodies in our next tutorial. Do well to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so that when I put on that video, you are going to see it. See you in our next tutorial. Bye.